How's everybody doing out there? Please go ahead and like and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing, it's free, and it shows that you support the channel. Now, we're going to talk about Kamala Harris today. You know, Kamala Harris is a real funny figure on the political stage. Now they're trying to convince everybody that, she's some kind of savior, like as if she has accomplished so much. But all you have to do is look at her record. She was a senator. When she was a senator, she didn't do much. She didn't get anything accomplished. Okay, this is a fact. So then she's chosen as vice president. The reason she was chosen as vice president is because she was going to be no threat to Joe. That was the whole point of bringing her in. She was worse and less popular than Joe. That's the reason she became vice president. And when she was vice president, she accomplished nothing. Now let's go into her as a presidential candidate. People forget that Kamala Harris did run for president before. She did not win one primary, meaning she didn't win one state. On the flip side, everyone that ran against Trump, Ron DeSantis, and Nikki Haley won a primary. Now they want everyone to believe that Kamala Harris is some kind of, new Barack Obama. It's a total joke, all right? And here's another thing, she's a total phony. She's a typical politician, will lie in your face, tell you anything you want to hear, okay? Now let's take a look at what's going on with her. Now she's pandering to African Americans, which she clearly is not. But let's take a look at this clip and look at some of the details.
This is the chameleon Kamala Harris curry cooking. Watch this.
Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like the thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people
You
we're
do.
related already,
Yeah.
so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food.
So there you go. She's basically admitting on TV that she's not who she says she is. And this is something we've seen from her time and time again. I think the thing with her is you have to understand, most people don't know that she's actually 60 years old. And when she came to the United States 60 years ago, when she was born and when she was growing up, there weren't a lot of Indian, sub-Asian Indian people in the United States. There were a very small population. So what she did was she basically had to attach herself to one of the dominant groups within the new country her family lived in. That was either white American or the African American. And it looks like obviously she wasn't going to go and try to pass herself off as a Caucasian. So what she did was she basically embraced that culture to pass herself off as having some kind of connection to being African American. She became an AKA. If you look at the way she speaks, you can definitely tell that that's really where she tried to fit in at. You could tell by the way she speaks. You could tell by most of the individuals that she dated early on in her life. So that's where she gravitated towards, but really that's not who she really is. That's not her background. You could see by the pictures that her father is clearly South Asian. So it's just another example of a politician trying to get in where they can fit in, trying to trick you for votes. And we've seen this time and time again. But I don't think this is going to go well for her. I don't think people are going to get so easily manipulated. And I think she will be seen for what she really is.
I said to the congressman, I didn't know he could preach like that.
Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say it to my face.
Girl, bye. You trying so hard to be black. When did you start talking like this? If you got something to say, then say it to my face. Kamala, stop trying so hard to pander to black people. In black people's faces. pretending you are something that you're not.
Let's get something straight. Kamala is a chameleon opportunist. Truth is pliable for opportunists. Like a good con artist, they'll have you believe any deception as long as it serves their purpose. You earlier heard Kamala say she's Indian. You also heard her talk to a black audience, and boom, just like that, there she was, speaking in African-American vernacular English. If you spoke like that to a black person, they'd see the appropriation as mocking them and lacking in any credibility. That's Kamala Harris. Blacks are laughing at Harris's fakery, while stern Democratic media sycophants can't stop gushing at how diverse and black she is. She's as fake as her Democratic signature blue pantsuit, always signaling, "I'm like you. Please like me as I'm like you." She's manipulative. That makes her dangerous behind the mindless cackles and incomprehensible word salads for which she's known.
So why is the Democratic Party choosing Kamala Harris to be their standard bearer? Why? It's the same reason they chose Joe Biden. They have no political talent. So once you push them in and make them president, vice president, whatever it is, you own them, because they only became president because the powers that be made them that. You understand? So what I understand is, and I've said this before, Barack Obama is the one who's really boss hog behind it all. All right. He's the one that got Joe out the way. He's the one that basically told Joe, listen, Kamala Harris is on our side. She's going to 25th Amendment you. You better step aside. And he's the one that didn't endorse her right away. It could have been a chess move, but from what I understand is he didn't endorse her right away, and in turn for his endorsement told her that he is now in charge of her campaign, because you have to understand that this is a proxy war between Barack Obama and former President Trump. And that is the reason why Barack Obama's name keeps being pulled up in this situation. It's going to be very interesting, but that's the reason why she's put forth, and she's the chosen one, and she's the one that's going to save the day, is because she's part of the agenda. Have a good night, everyone. Be safe.